What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ajax Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Deadly Manor. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for future content, more reviews, top 10s, and more. Directed by José Ramón Larraz, a group of teenagers take refuge in an old deserted mansion. Soon they start turning up dead and they realize that they're not alone. So this movie opens up with a dead guy and a dead girl, naked, laying on the ground. No real explanation there. Just here's a dead dude and a dead girl. Okay. So a group of friends are on a road trip. They're trying to find some lake to go camping at for the weekend. They find themselves lost and stop to pick up a hitchhiker who claims to know the way. So they let Jack in the car. Seems legit, right? So after a couple more hours of driving, they decide, let's pull over and get some rest for the night. But not on the side of the road. Let's pull off onto this dirt road, go up a hill, turn left, turn right, go in circles, do a zigzag, go up another hill, and stop right here. Maybe we'll find something. Oh, like this big old abandoned house. Okay. So they're wandering around the property trying to find a way to get into the house. They see this car that's like on this concrete slab with like 4 pillars and making it look like kind of a shrine. This broken, burnt up car. So they go and they investigate it. They're like, what's going on with this car? I don't know. Helen, so one of the girls, turns and sees somebody in the upstairs window closing the window. So she freaks out. Her and Tony get into a fight. She says, I'm not going in that house. I'm going to go back and I'm going to find a way back into town and get some help or something. You know, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. So Helen takes off. And everybody else decides to break into the house. So they break into the barn area of the house. Because all houses have a barn area, I guess. It's like attached to the house. It's the barn. And from the barn, they go down into the basement. Where Tony finds 2 coffins. One that says Amanda and one that says Alfred. He goes to try to open one of them. He can't get it open. And he loses his ring. So we cut back to Helen and she's walking through the woods. And she bumps into this person. And obviously she gets killed. Because it doesn't really show anything. So the inside of this house looks like it hasn't been lived in like 20, 30 years. There's dust everywhere. Nothing has been lived in. But the power's on. And there's pictures of this girl. All over the house. Every room, every wall is a picture. Or multiple pictures of this girl. And she's nude in all of them. Okay. It's during this that they find a newspaper from the day before. Jack notices it and he crumples it up and throws it in the fire because they're building a fire, even though the power's on. Don't know why. And as it's burning, you see a picture of Jack saying that he's wanted for questioning. So Jack's on the run. So they spend like the next 10, 15 minutes of this movie just exploring the house. And they come into this closet, I guess, where they discover human scalps. Just sitting on shelves. I'm like, what is this? Is this a human scalp? Yeah, look at this one. Oh no. So they're examining the human scalps and they're just like, okay, well, let's go to sleep. So everybody lays down on the floor in the living room of this gigantic house. They lay on the living room floor to go to sleep. I mean, to each their own. So at this point in time, everybody's asleep except for Tony, who's wandering around the house just investigating things. He goes upstairs into one of the bedrooms. He's going through the dresser drawers and he finds this photo album. And in this photo album is pictures of naked dead people. Like full frontal, male and female. And he's like, that's weird. Like, dude, you found human scalps already. Your girlfriend took off. You don't even care about her, apparently. And now you're finding pictures of dead people. What do you think Tony's going to do? Oh, I think I'll lay down on this bed and go to sleep. Seriously. So he lays down on the bed. He falls asleep. Wakes up to some super hot redheaded chick on top of him, butt naked, making out with him. So they start, woohoo, Turns out that's a dream because he wakes up. And now all of a sudden his ring that Helen gave him is back on his finger. Talk about weird, right? Is any of this making sense? Didn't think so. So we hear a car horn going off, and it's coming from the broken down ass car that is burnt up, and if it does have a battery, it shouldn't be working. But I digress. So Tony goes out and he starts to look around to see where it's coming from, and finds himself in the basement where Jack appears. And Tony confronts Jack and says, I know you're on the run. I saw the gun, and I know that you're wanted by the police. Just tomorrow, you go your way, and we'll go our way. As if shit wasn't weird enough, right? We're in a house, and we found scalps, and this broken wall, this wall that has cracks on it that just keeps cracking. The photo album of dead people, the burn-up car, the girl or person in the window. And now you're hanging out with somebody who's on the run, and you're still going to be cool with them just crashing there for the night. Okay. So now the next two people wake up, Rod and Sue. They wake up, they're like, where is everybody? I wonder where they're at. Should we be concerned? Nah, let's go upstairs for some freaky time. So they go upstairs, and they start messing around, and he's like, oh, you're going to kill me for this one. She's like, what? He's like, I forgot the condoms in the car. Well, then you better go get them. So he's like, all right, cool. So I'm going to go get the condoms. He goes downstairs to go get the condoms and goes to the basement. All right. I'm just going to stop right there. What is it with people saying, I'm going to go outside and investigate said noise, or I'm going to go outside and get something from this vehicle, and end up in the basement? Don't know. But he goes to the basement. And he gets grabbed from behind, and he gets stabbed. And he's dead. So then we cut back to Sue, who's upstairs. Jack goes into the room where she's at. He's eyeing her, gives her a kiss. She kisses him back, and then she runs away, only to go outside and get her throat slit. Literally, that's how it happened. There's no adventure. There's no cat and mouse. There's no suspense in between. He kisses her. She goes from the upstairs bedroom, down the stairs, outside, throat slit. That's it. That's how she dies. So now we cut back to Tony, who's sitting in the broken down car. He's putting his hands up on the steering wheel. I mean, I don't know if he's pretending to be a race car driver or what the hell he's doing, but he's just sitting there. He's like, and then his girlfriend Helen's body poof, falls forward from the back seat. And he's like, ah! He starts freaking out. Like, you cared, dude. Like, you've been spending the last, hour of this movie wandering around this house, not giving a damn about your girlfriend that left during the day. Like, why are you so concerned now, bro? For real. So now Missy and Peter, you haven't heard those names yet, huh? Missy and Peter wake up, and discover that everybody's gone. So they're like, oh, something's not right here. Something's not right. Let's go and see if we can find everybody. So where are we going to go? We're going to go to the barn, the inside the house barn, where we find not only our motorcycle all smashed up, but numerous motorcycles smashed up under the hay. So what's the next best thing? Let's go out to the road and flag down a car. So they go out to the road to try to flag down a car. A car comes. Turns out it's Alfred, who is the main killer in this movie. They're in the car. He slices Peter's throat. Missy gets away, runs back to the house. So Tony goes back in the house, and he finds Jack coming down the stairs, and he has a slit throat. So another off-screen kill. He just falls down the stairs. Then Tony is grabbed and stabbed from behind. He dies. So Missy escapes from the car, runs all the way back to the house, and finds all the bodies. She finds Rod, she finds Jack, she finds Tony, she finds Sue, but she doesn't find Helen. It's because she is not messing around in the car. Anyway, so she's inside the house, and she's grabbed by this woman in a white mask. She takes off her mask, and she's all disfigured and gross. Alfred shows up, and now it's backstory time. So the backstory is that they were driving in their car and a bunch of bikers were behind them, and they caused an accident that caused their car to light up in flames and caused the girl to get disfigured. Did they think about this when they wrote it? Who knows, man. Anyway, so she grabs Missy, and she bumps into the cracked wall. The cracked wall breaks. A bunch of dead naked people fall out of the wall. The cops show up, they shoot and kill Alfred, and then they arrest the red-haired girl. And that's the movie. Now it's time to find out what I liked about this movie. Well, the cinematography wasn't terrible. The lighting in some of the scenes was pretty good. And the house looked cool. I liked the way the house looked. That was a cool looking house. Now for what I disliked. The fact that I had to sit through this damn movie to review it. The acting was atrocious. It was terrible. The characters themselves were really bad. They were badly written. They didn't even belong together. The final girl, if that's what you want to call her, because she became the final girl by default because she slept through everything, had the smallest role out of everyone in the movie. And the characters, my God, the characters were so stupid. Like, how many red flags do you need in a movie? To leave. The power was on. Duh. Your girlfriend sees somebody in the upstairs window. You find human scalps in a closet. You find yesterday's paper in a dusty-ass house. And to top it off, you find a photo album filled with pictures of dead naked people. The story was terrible. It focused on Tony for the first hour wandering around this house and then wanted to spend the last 26 minutes of this movie trying to build up suspense, build up a finale, a final girl, and tell on its story. Like, that's 26 minutes? Really? And almost everybody in this movie died by getting their throat slit. You have Helen, you have Sue, you have Peter, you have Jack. And the only on-screen kills were the dudes, Peter, Rod, and Tony. So in conclusion, this movie was a waste of my time. I would have rather spent an hour and 26 minutes looking for a better movie to watch. I have no choice but to give this movie a 1.5 out of 5. So that'll do it for me for today, guys. Remember, stay smart, stay clean, keep the dream. Don't let the man get you down, because if he does, he might, well, who am I kidding? It'll probably be more pleasurable than watching this damn movie. For real.